You know, quite honestly, I'm surprised it took me this long to get to a game specifically like this. Story of my life, really. Takes me way too fucking long to get around to doing the things I meant to do. Greetings and felicitations, assorted children of the internet. I am the Logician, and as you can probably tell from the title of tonight's stream, we're going to be playing a game that sort of fits into my whole motif, as it were. Because I'm going to be dabbling in a puzzle game known as Logica. A number of games that were cataloged for me by one of my mods. For obvious reasons, I can probably imagine. Now, the thing is, me and puzzle games, we have an interesting relationship because I've played a number of games that technically qualify as puzzle games. You have the likes of, say, for example, If on a Winter's Night for Travelers, which had some really good puzzles, but then ones I had to really sort of stretch to try and figure out what it was those puzzles wanted from me. And there were similar puzzles in the likes of Ghost Trick, which, again, fantastic game, I need to say. Great story, but there were some solutions in there that I personally never would have guessed in a million years if they were not told to me. So, I like my puzzles a bit more, I guess, straightforward, as it were. I know how fucking vague that sounds. I know that sounds like I'm making excuses, and I am. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I have a specific type of puzzle that I am accustomed to, one where the rules are fully fleshed out, and I have all the pieces I need, and I don't need to take any major logical leaps. But, I keep saying shit like that, but I don't really do much to demonstrate that I have any aptitude for that kind of puzzle. So, we're going to be changing that tonight. Now, the funny thing is, when I tried to input the name of this game into the categories slot for streaming, I couldn't find this game anywhere. So I ended up just going with games and demos, which I suppose kind of fits because supposedly this game was actually made for a game jam. So, I mean, this technically falls into that category, and it is a simulator game. This being Sim Saturdays, I've tried to shape most of my Saturday streams after simulators of one variety or another. And this does have to do with circuitry. It's simulating the process of connecting circuits to get a set outcome. So, I mean, again, we're dealing with pure technicalities here. And those are the best technicalities in my opinion. So, without further ado, I think it is just about time for us to get started. Now, as always, I would very much appreciate if you all let me know whether or not I need to make any adjustments to the graphics or the audio, whether it be my audio or the game's. Because again, I want to make sure that regardless of anything else, you are all having a good time, and my years as an audio engineer have made me very paranoid when it comes to audio levels, so if there's anything I can do to adjust that so that you're not having to crank the stream all the way fucking down or even need to click off, please do let me know. Now, with all of that having been said, I think it is just about time for us to begin. Now, once again, I need to stress, I know nothing about this game, outside of what is literally, well, written out here, or typed out here, I suppose. Build a circuit using all elements provided. To pass the levels, all switches must be on, all outputs must be wired, all lamps must be lit. Logica was developed, or in English, Logica was originally made for the G-developed Big Game Jam number 4. It lists all those involved, and this came out a couple years ago, so it's still a relatively recent game. And I always love learning about new indie games. I love highlighting indie games whenever possible because, let's be honest, given the state of the industry for quote-unquote AAA games, now has never been a more important time to highlight and promote indie developers. So with all that being said, this tutorial teaches about logic gates and game mechanics. Of flushing me down the toilet. It was an accident, alright? I swear, Koshe. You flush... Well, I can't say one person because it's happened a couple times. Don't worry about it, Koshe. It's a long story, you wouldn't get it. Kind of had to be there. You flush a few people down the toilet, and then people never let you fucking live it down. You were about to piss in my hair. What was I supposed to do, Koshe? We're building lore here, folks. This is what VTubers do. So, drag components from the inventory below with L and B. You can also drag components with L and B, wire components with R and B. Are you really calling me the stinky one after you went traveling through the sewers? Anyway. Just testing the waters here. Alright, switch OK. Alright, so a battery. Actually, is this the battery? So it just toggled on, components, bad, thank you. Is that what we're calling it? So main power, circuit. Maybe I'd touch the tips of the other thing. Thing is, I'm just kind of curious as to... Do I have to click this? How did I... Well, now I can't seem to summon it. Well, X-Men symbol. Maybe I should, if I try going back. Well. And now I can no longer summon the actual component. Let me try resetting. Okay, now it's back. Alright, so... gotta touch tips with the other thing, like the X-Men symbol. That might be it. maybe if I bring it a little closer. Let's see. Can I move that? No, I cannot. It feels like there should be another component to all this. Like, it has the start of the circuit here and then the battery. And it's not doing it. It is entirely possible I'm missing something very obvious here. So, again, it's saying drag components. This is the only component I have available to me. You can also drag components around with LMB. I admittedly do not know what they mean by LMB and RMB, admittedly. Oh, is it just like, oh, mouse button. Whoa. Okay. So that happened when I pressed the right one. Interesting. Just connect the switch to the ground. Let's just toggle it on. Components must be used and wired properly. This white line that's... You know it's a good sign when I'm lost in the fucking tutorial. Ah, my word. Now, fortunately, it will not let me progress, or show an example. The thing is, with me, I am very much a visual learner. I need something shown to me, like, as well as explained to me, in order to fully understand it. So with them giving no visual indicator of where this needs to go, I'm admittedly kind of lost. And I cannot seem to move the lamp itself. Do I need to move this here? Yeah, we are already off to a rollicking good start. Main power, TNT below, reconnect to the circuit. Oh, well. And once it, okay, now I've got it back. Logic lamp, pass. And again, there is only the one item in the inventory that I can see. I mean, something comment about monkeys and typewriters. Let me try something real quick. Help long. Let's see if that makes any difference here. Tutorial teaches about logic gates, track components. Switch is toggled on. Okay. So the switch is toggled on. Components must be used and wired properly. The lamps need to be lit. So, if I put that there. Oh, did you figure it out? Yeah, well, Right-click on the unwired end of the switch. Alright, so this one. Alright, so I've right-clicked it. Oh, do I need to connect it and then right-click it? Maybe if I put over here and then... Oh, I have to have the switch off. Interesting. And then... What in the hell? Okay. And then... Okay, what the fuck? So... Alright, well, so... Now let me go through the actual instructions here and see how much of this was actually telegraphed. Drag the components, did that. With the left mouse button. You can also drag components. Wire the components with the right mouse button. So I guess that technically was said, but it didn't say reach over to the right of the switch, click the right mouse button, and drag. It just says use. Well, wire, but, you know, semantics. I mean, on the one hand, I can't help but feel a bit stupid. But on the other, I feel like there was some gaps in communication when it came to the instructions here. Either way, we now at least know the basics. Okay. So this is not a gate. It inverts the input signal to the outlet. In electronics, a NOT gate is as such more commonly called an inverter. Okay. So don't touch the live components. Alright. That does track. So inverts the input signal. Try putting this back. So I guess the question is, what is the purpose of the inverter? If you want to turn the gate off, then you need to have the power running to it. Okay. So maybe that, and then... Let me try turning that off. Alright, so it looks like I cannot make any wiring adjustments through the inverter. Need the switch. Okay, so I can only do wires from the switch. That's... Maybe if I... Yeah, I might want to reset to see, because I feel like I missed something important here. And there's two of these things, apparently. So. Want to turn the gate off. I need the power running to it. Alright. I mean, the other part of this is that this was a game jam, and for the uninitiated, a game jam is when game designers and programmers have to complete basically as fine-tuned a game and finished a game as they possibly can within a set amount of time. Like, it's sort of a race to see who can make the best game with the shortest, well, by the time the actual allotted time is up. So... inverts the inputs. That's the thing I feel like I'm sort of not fully understanding here. What they mean by invert and how you activate the inverter. Like, does it have to be along the same line? This is probably going to be the rest of the stream, everyone, so I do hope that you are patient with me. Wire everything together. Okay. So... I think I understand now. I think I understand. So... we have this. And then this. maybe that's what this segment is for? You can only wire from here. That's true. But I only have the one wire to work with, it seems. So I have the switch on. Now the triangle. Oh! Interesting. That's what they meant by you can't touch the green things. Interesting. Okay. So it inverts the input signal to the outlet. The electronics and then again session. So if I am understanding this correctly, which you have to understand, I went into college as a physics major and then eventually became a biology major with a psychology minor, and ended up getting my my bachelor's in biology and my master's in behavioral neuroscience. Electronic engineering was not my forte. That said, I do find this fascinating from a logical standpoint. And I can, now that I've actually seen it in practice, I can see the logic in this. Whereas this inverter sort of makes sure that even if the power is still running from the power source, it is routed away from the actual connection to the device that would be turned on. Okay. This at least makes a little more sense now that I have seen it in practice. Once again, I am a visual learner. Okay, so now, this is an AND gate. Outputs a 1 if both inputs are 1. It outputs 0 if both or either inputs are 0. I think I'm understanding where this is going, but I will not know until I put it into practice. Okay. Fairly basic, you know, dual outlet system. Interesting, alright. So, works inverted for I think I understand. The issue here is that these guys are currently on. Let me see. Oh. then... Ah. Okay. Now let's see here. So, it works inverted from AND gates. It inputs a 1 when both are either or 0. And it inputs a 0 when both inputs are 1. I'm assuming that 1 and 0 here are analogs for on and off. I mean, I suppose it does pay to have a backup. Okay. So this is an OR gate. Okay. So this is... So the previous plug was sort of... When both of them are active, this one will be active. When one of them is active, this one will be active. That's my basic understanding. So let's put that to the test. Yep. All right. All right. And we have the basic signifier there with the little circle on there. Think I understand. But once again, let's put that to the test. Into an issue here. let's try this again. So it inputs an on when both are off. I wonder. So it's only off. Interesting. Actually. Oh, did not mean to do that. However, I guess the main question I have is, do all of the components need to be used? Oh. It's not letting me reset. Okay. Maybe I need to have all these off first? Huh. It's possible I may have found a bug. First, let me disconnect all of these. There. I may have just been overcomplicating things from the beginning. Yeah, I think that's what was going on. Okay. Yeah, no, I was just overcomplicating things. Okay. Inputs in on when either input is on. Two input exclusive, or is truly only when the two input values are different and false if they are equal regardless of value. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me when I was taking coding classes in grad school. And I was coming up with solutions to the coding questions that weren't exactly what the instructor was looking for, but they were getting the desired result, like the desired answer or solution, as it were, but it wasn't precisely the way that the instructor wanted. And I was having difficulty trying to parse together how to get to that specific solution. And this instructor kept saying things like, I don't understand why you're making this so complicated, or I don't understand what's so difficult to understand about this, which, let me tell you, is a surefire way to demotivate a fucking student. Like, that is an easy way to say, yeah, no, I really don't care about passing this class anymore, or I really don't care about your input anymore. Now the thing is, will this be similar to the last time? Okay, so... more or less like what happened with the last one. And then we get... see, the circle ones are the ones that sort of throw me off, because I keep thinking it's going to have to be way more complicated than it really is. Oh, my dumbass, right. There we are. Okay. Pass all the tutorial levels. Congratulations! 45 minutes into the stream and I've passed the tutorial. This is a sign of good things to come. Alright. The ultimate challenge of Logica. So I guess... next... interesting. I guess this isn't either, so... oh, wait. There we go. Yeah, I think I was overthinking again. This is what you came for, right, folks? And here's the thing. I feel like games like this demonstrate something that I have been trying to stress for years upon years upon years, and that is, there is no such thing as unskilled labor. Like, there are so many people out there who shit on quote-unquote blue-collar work, whether it's farming or plumbing or, you know, being an electrician or working in an auto garage. These are seen as quote-unquote lesser jobs because they don't necessarily require, you know, like, necessarily a doctorate or something like that. But the thing is, these are all jobs that require, at least to one extent or another, base knowledge of engineering. Like, you look at a farmer, that is an agricultural engineer. This is someone who has devoted their life to the study of how crops work, how the seasons work in tandem with those crops, the diets necessary to raise very specific types of farm animals and cattle, how those all coincide with one another in terms of, like, reusing resources left behind from the crops or the animals to help propagate the others. I can't do that shit off the top of my head. Like, the furthest I went in terms of agricultural engineering based knowledge was spending some time with 4-H. Nerd, says the person who lives on a fucking farm. Hello, Emmett. And then you get, like, auto mechanics. Like, that requires a fucking intense base knowledge of mechanical engineering that I can't pretend to fucking have. Like, if I have to fucking go into, like, go under the hood of my car and try and figure shit out, I'm fucked 6 ways from Sunday. Like, an electrician, we're basically looking at electrical engineering here. And again, I'm a visual learner. I need to be taught things through example. So, if you ever hear someone, and this is basically just a basic request, the next time you hear someone shitting on, like, a plumber or an electrician because supposedly that's not as glamorous a job, like, know that this person has no idea what the fuck they're talking about. Like, obviously, I don't want to encourage people to, like, confront people on these types of things because, you know, the less direct confrontation we have, the better. But, like, if you're in a position to where you can confront someone about this type of thing safely, then yes, by all means, tell them how fucking idiotic they are. I mean, for legal reasons, I wouldn't necessarily go that far, Cochet. For legal reasons, quote-unquote. But yes, if you can call them an idiot in a way that does not endanger yourself or others, then yes, call them fucking idiots. Because these are all jobs that are crucially fucking important to us getting by on a day-to-day basis. Now let's see here. There we go. Yeah, so, see, now that I actually understand how this game works, I'm getting through it pretty well. And the thing is, this comes down to something I brought up in a previous stream, and that was the theory of multiple intelligences. Some people have a far easier time learning things through like written explanations or typed up explanations. Other people have a far easier time with actual visual examples. Would you detach, please? Thank you. Not a fan of when this just gets caught up. Meanwhile, Lorelai's minions are surrounding me like fucking sharks around a fresh kill. It is not time for your fucking gruel, peasant. Alright, so I've made an unnecessarily complicated mess of things here. But yes, like, the TLDR, quote-unquote blue-collar workers deserve a lot more fucking respect than they get. Interesting. This one's proven to be a bit more tricky. actually. Oh, these are ores, actually, so... The issue is that the ores seem to be constantly on. Yeah, might need to have these back here, actually. Guys. So I'm not sure if you can hear this. Well, one of those cryptids Lorelei calls cats has galloped back into my side. Apparently he has his own inquiries about electrical engineering. Yes. Alright. Yes, I heard you. You do not need to stab me in the shin multiple times. So then... once again... okay, I think this might be it. There we go. Okay. So now... let's try with these first. Start simple. This is where I think it might start to get a little tricky. Because I believe these are ores. Yeah, I think I made this unnecessarily difficult. There we are. I'm so lost. So, this is a game known as Logica, Emmett, and basically each of these types of gates here sort of pertain to very specialized, I guess, functions. Let me just... So these are the main things known as switches, and they sort of turn the power on and off from this battery source here. The goal of this game, with each puzzle, is to use all of the gates and switches allotted to you in order to get the power from here to this lamp over here. Going to hazard a guess. It'll probably end up being a little more like this. Kind of moving backwards here. Okay. Break off, please. Thank you. Now, some of these require both power sources to be on in order to activate it. And those are signified by the sort of straight output here, while others will require either or to be on, and those are signified by the little circle at the base. That is my basic understanding, at the very least. Now, so, for example, it's possible I may have also mixed up which is the or and which is the and. Again, I have not played this game prior to today, so... I think I have everything I need here. Ah, yes, I need to... There we are. Because I keep forgetting. You cannot wire anything when the source of that power flow is currently green. There we go. Yeah, that's what I needed. now, I need to make sure that I have everything on such that I have the lamp lit. So yeah, I was mistaken. The ones with the circles, I believe, require both sources of power, and the ones without the circle only need the one or the other, I believe. Like, these are the types of puzzles I actually enjoy. Like, the thing is, like, at the start, during the tutorial, I was getting frustrated because they were giving basic instructions on how each component worked, but weren't explaining how to connect one to the other. And Koshei actually had to look that up and get me started. And once again, for the umpteenth time, I am a visual learner. Let's see here. Couldn't even look it up. I had to flop around the game yourself. Oh, really? Interesting. Well, I mean, I suppose that in and of itself is somewhat of a testament to how experimental this game is. Or for a bit of additional context, Emmett, this game was made for a game jam. And as you know, game jams are made with the intent of making a game as quickly as possible. And sometimes, when you do that, it can end up with a game that is, to put it nicely, somewhat unfinished, or requires a bit more polish. And if you could take care of that little annoyance there, Koshei, that would be much appreciated. Thank you so much. So, let's see if I can't. Here is the issue. I have everything connected. And I do have the power going to this lamp. But the problem is that I think what I need to do is get all these switches active in order to get a pass on this. Alright, well, thank you for dropping in for as long as you did, Emmett, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. As a matter of fact, please go check out Gaelic Docs. They are a good friend of mine and a fantastically talented artist. If you are not already following their content, please do yourself a favor and check them out at your earliest convenience. Alright, so I think I do need to reset. Oh, we're running into this bug again, I see. Now let's get back to the drawing board here. There's only one of these. Because this is where things start to get tricky, is the thing. There's two of these. And there's one of each of these. Okay, so the pieces that do not have the ball attached require all circuits. So balls to the wall, all or nothing. But with balls, now this is the issue now. Now let's see what happens. Okay. There we go. So once again, I feel like at this point it gets easier to work with these larger scale puzzles when you sort of go backwards. Alright. here, because this is the point where it dips into the either-or territory. Actually, yeah, because that's not leading anywhere then. Yeah, no, again. Okay, I think I'm getting a better idea here. Because this is either, and this is both. This is either. This is both. Okay. Ah, right. There we go. Alright. Okay. So now... So there's 2 of these. Let's just get all of our pieces on the field right now. This game can play Five Nights at Freddy's. Listen. I'm gonna bring up something that may be, well, surprise, surprise, like an unpopular opinion. I feel like it's high time mascot horror died. Like, I feel like it's been milked about as much as it can be. And, like, I know there are people trying to do things, like, different with it, but it all kind of amounts to the same thing, where it's like, oh, turns out happy-go-lucky family mascot-driven company was actually doing some fucked-up human experiments. Boy howdy, do you need to relieve these people of their fucking eternal torture. Like, we've seen it time and time again with literally every single mascot horror entry that wasn't just a big fucking meme. Like, if it's not some kind of, like, Five Nights at Wario's or whatever the fuck, it's them saying, oh boy howdy, was this really fueled by war crimes. And, like, it was interesting the first time, but... you know, it's funny you bring up Indigo Park specifically, Cochet, because I know people who are working on that game. And, like, I know next to nothing outside of what I've already seen, and, like, they're clearly putting a good amount of, like, love into it, but it still looks like every other mascot horror game I've ever seen. Where, like, it's clear that there's some shady business practices going on, and it's going to be revealed that everything's powered by tortured human souls or whatever. And it's like, and you're being led along by this cutesy mascot character who you know is going to betray you in the end. So, like, much love to the people who are working hard on it, but it looks about as samey as every other mascot horror I've ever seen. Ever. So, let's see here. I'm telling, I mean, yeah. Do not blame you for a moment. We got a fuck ton of these guys here. I've only got one of these. It's like... It's like when the zombie genre was all the rage for, like, throughout a good chunk of the early aughts and the 2010s. Like, every other movie that was coming out that was horror-themed was about zombies. And number one, I don't like zombie movies because I'm squeamish, but number two, when literally all you can think of is what if zombies? I feel like at that point you need to just take a fucking break from making media in general. And try and think, okay, what's something that can actually make us stand apart from the rest of the pack? I didn't do anything with this guy. Shit. Yeah, that is... Oh, my dumbass. Hold on. There we go. Just... But then the issue becomes... Okay, so what if... Ah, damn. So both inputs are necessary. I have to dip into some asymmetry here. No. Yeah, no, that does require both. There is only just the one, so... run into the same problem. Alright, so let's just separate our components here. So 4, 1, 5. This one's a pain in the ass. You just did it? I see. And well, don't give me the solution just yet. I'm in the zone now where, like, I'm actually enjoying the puzzles. And I want to see if I can't figure them out on my own. Yeah, well, I'm glad that you're also enjoying yourself with this as well, Koshe. Let's see. First and foremost, that's the issue then, because we have these ones. And then, oh, well, I mean, then, yeah, no, I need all the switches on, is the thing. Just compelled? Well, I mean, honestly, there are all sorts of healthy motivators out there. Some of them can be intrigue, some of them can be, you know, a reward, some of them can just be spite, and they're all valid, to one degree or another. But again, everything in moderation. You can let spite be a motivator, so long as you do it without tearing your hair out. Congregate? I'm not entirely certain if I have heard of Congregate. Macromedia flash fist. Vaguely. Like if we're talking about the likes of Quap and other games of that nature. I might just have to reset. Oh, right. This fucking... So... My compulsion would have me waste hours of my life completing a game I hated because my brain was just like, nope, you gotta. Well, to be fair, Koshe, that's me with Spyro. That is very much me with Spyro. How's it been an hour and 40 minutes? And the thing is, like, Spyro, it isn't even that Spyro is bad, it's just suffering from, like, a lot of, like, dampening elements to it that were never fully, like, ironed out. Like, they got better in small increments across the original trilogy, but they were never really fully, like, disposed of, I suppose. I've never touched the Reignited trilogy, so I don't know how many of those issues were fixed, but... So this now is the issue. Now, if it were a matter of, like, this... that would be one thing, but these all have to be turned on. And then they have this thing. Remember reading they tightened some things up and minigames because it was painful, changed Bombo to Bob. Yeah, no, I appreciate Bob. I really appreciate Bob. The thing is, with this, I feel like this is going to have to dip into some asymmetrical coding. So it might have to be something like... But even then, that has... This is an issue. I'll keep that hint in mind, Koshé. I don't think I necessarily need it just yet. Because again, thus far I am very much enjoying these puzzles. It's predominantly a matter of seeing what I cannot do. Get these sorted in just the right way. No bots allowed. Duly noted. I feel like this might cancel it out. Ah, but then there's two of these. That's the issue then. These both need to be on. Actually, because these both need to be read before anything else.
How goes logicking, my mans?
Hello, Lorelei. Thank you for the bits. It's going, now that I actually understand how the mechanics of this game work. It's going by a bit easier. I'm currently stuck on this one puzzle, but I'm waiting on asking for any actual hints because I don't know, I'm enjoying the process a bit too much. Welcome back, Koshe. Now, the main issue right now is that these all need to be red in order to connect here. But I also need all of the switches to be on at the exact same time in order to pass. So it is also entirely possible that this may come down to a matter of me needing to connect these guys to one of these instead. But then, at that point, that leaves one of these guys. Well, actually, I think that is the solution. Actually, no, wait, because now So now all the switches are off. Well, wait a minute. Actually. If I... It's entirely possible I'm overthinking things. I am very apt to do so. No, but then... I feel like I might be getting closer. Then I run into that issue. Oh. Actually. Yeah, I feel like this is going to be a matter of making some sort of bridge of some kind. No, but then... Actually... I wonder... if it's just a simple matter of... that... and then... Okay. Ah, damn. Yeah, because it's the either-or aspect. I'm getting closer. I do believe I am getting closer. inverter is the motherfucker here. So I need to find the right number of inverters. So maybe with a couple up here. But then that's the issue now. Well, actually. Actually, no. I think that still works. Damn. No. Yeah, no, that inverter is the that fifth inverter is the son of a bitch. Okay, so. Just testing something here. Okay, back to the drawing board. So, let's see here. I'm not sure if you can hear the shrieking baby talk in the background behind me, but that would be Lorelei summoning her legions for their allotted gruel. So it's just he doesn't have legions. Listen. Now this then becomes the issue. Well, let's see here. No, but that won't do it either, because then... yeah. I feel like I'm close on this one. It's just a matter of figuring out the specific number. Because I feel like if I were to... switch things up, because that reverses that. that works. But then... kind of right back to where I started. Because I would need another one of these. Then if yeah, and there's this guy down here, though. There's this. And that's not gonna cut it. So at this point, I feel like the two-pronged guy might not be the full bridge at that point. Because again, this requires two fully functioning switches, or at least two fully functioning sources of power. And this, turned on, would have that on. So the inverters have to be connected like so. Turned on like this, but then that leaves me with this issue. Where I would need another inverter down here. Just that becomes an issue then. So one of these absolutely I feel needs to be a straightforward one. That uneven number, man. And again, the fact they can't even fully reset it is another source of irritation. Now let's see here. So again, let's just lay all the pieces out here. Something like this. Yeah, then that becomes an issue because I need to. But then that reduces the number of resources. Because the thing is, I feel like because of the way they have this set up and the number of resources they've given us, it has to be an asymmetrical solution. Like, there's no way symmetrically this can work. Let's even just... So... off, on, off, on. Then this makes it so that one of these has to be off, but all the switches need to be on. I wonder then. Not quite. I guess, is there a point where this does become no, because of that inverter again. That's- You know what? I think I am willing to take you up on that hint, Koche. It's as much as it hurts to admit it. This has got me stumped for the time being. Ah, my word. It's a bit of a pain, but again, it's like, it's not to the point where I think it's unsolvable without a hint, but, you know, it's getting the exact, you know, sequencing. Like, I feel like it would ultimately come down to trial and error, but I may be making the same mistakes over and over again, and missing something crucial here. So I want an inverter between both switches and prongs of prongs in the AND gate. So inverter between both switches and prongs of the AND gate. Oh! Oh! Wait, actually, because... But then if I do that... Oh, wait. I think I see here. Okay. Oh, okay. 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 Yeah, see, that actually does make sense. Okay. And again, this is like... I don't feel the same frustration with this as I feel like I have with, like, other puzzles that I've gotten with, like, you know, point-and-click adventures and visual novels and stuff like this. Because with this, at least, like, all the pieces are there. Like, there's very little excuse to say that you would have never gotten it. This makes perfect sense to me, now that I am seeing it here. Okay. But yeah. I want to see if I can't get at least one more done on my own. Because, again, I am genuinely having fun with this. So... we have one of each of these guys. So we have just a general inverter. And because these are either ors, okay, yeah. that one was really fucking easy in comparison. Oh, shit. Huh. Damn. Liked a little game of Logic? I did, as a matter of fact. This was... even if there was some frustration, it wasn't at the game, it was with myself. And I feel like that makes a big difference when it comes to any sort of puzzle game. Like, it's one thing where you're frustrated with your own inability to solve something because you know all the pieces are there, but it's another thing entirely when you find yourself frustrated with the game because it feels like it isn't telegraphing just not necessarily the solution, but like all the resources you have available to you. Game will continue to be developed more, and there are lots of nice stuff coming up shortly. New components, splinters, more music and sound effects, more puzzles of every kind, and new stuff to teach you. Logical, seeing you. I mean, I gotta say, fucking bravo. This personally for me was a lot of fun. This very much scratched that itch for like a true puzzle game. Well, I mean, I should probably avoid saying something like true puzzle game, because that starts to dip into like gatekeepy territory, and people can like move the goalposts on shit like that consistently. But like for me, this hit exactly that right balance of like puzzle and like that specific type of difficulty I'm looking for with any kind of puzzle game. I had a lot of fun with this. Like, I will say, they probably could have done a better job of explaining the mechanics. That, I will say, probably could do with some rewording. In terms of like, hey, just say that you need to right-click on the right side of the Switch and then drag. Say stuff like that. And it's a little change that I feel would make a whole ass world of difference. But that aside, like the actual matter of like wording aside, the game itself was a lot of fun. And I realized how fucking nerdy that makes me sound. I don't fucking care, man. This is the type of shit I want for a puzzle game. But yeah, Tulenvaki Productions. I probably butchered the pronunciation of that, but please check these people out. I am probably going to look up to see if I can't find the full version of this game, because this came out 2 years ago. I want to see how much progress, if at all, there has been with this game. Because this very much hit that fucking specific fucking... I'm devolving at this point. My vocabulary is failing me. This was exactly what I wanted from a puzzle game, is my point. And I'm happy I got the opportunity to play it. So, you know, it took OBS a quick second there to catch up, but that was Logica. And I had a blast with it. I feel like I want to see more of this game. I want to see some things ironed out just a little bit more. But that's only because I loved it so much. I feel like there is a lot of potential with a game like this. And I am hoping that these people are still in the field of making games. Because they have a knack for it. It's simple. It is a brain teaser. And I want to see more of this exact type of game. I'm sure there are loads of these types of games out there that are just not getting any fucking attention because there's always the next Call of Duty or the next FNAF at Freddy's or the next, you know, Runecraft or whatever the fuck. God, I sound fucking old. My point being, support indie developers, especially indie developers who are dabbling in very niche genres of gaming that generally don't get touched upon anymore. Because this style of game may be an oldie, but it is also still a goodie. And with all of that having been said and done, thank you all so very much for your time, and until the next time, always remember to fucking think.